Constantinople was one of the most important cities in the world. It was known as the Jewel of the East. The city stood at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. This location made it a vital hub for trade. For centuries, riches flowed through its bustling markets. Beyond its economic importance, Constantinople held immense symbolic weight. It was the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire. The city was seen as a bastion of Christianity. Its massive walls had withstood countless sieges. Constantinople seemed invincible. But a new power was rising in the east, the Ottoman Turks. The Ottomans were determined to capture Constantinople and make it the jewel of their growing empire. Their young sultan, Mehmed II, would lead them to a momentous victory that changed the course of history. Mehmed II was a ruler of incredible ambition. He was determined to capture Constantinople. He knew that this would not be easy. The city's defenses were legendary. Mehmed II planned carefully. He assembled a vast army, perhaps as many as 80,000 men. This army was equipped with the latest military technology. The Sultan commissioned the construction of a massive cannon. It was larger than any cannon ever built before. This super cannon could hurl huge stone balls across incredible distances. The roar of the cannon would shake the very foundations of Constantinople's mighty walls. In preparation for the siege, Mehmed II built fortresses on both sides of the Bosporus Strait. These fortresses would prevent any reinforcements from reaching Constantinople by sea. The stage was set for a confrontation that would decide the fate of the Byzantine Empire. The siege of Constantinople began on April 6, 1453. The Ottomans surrounded the city. Their cannons roared, bombarding the walls with relentless fury, but the defenders of Constantinople fought back with courage. They repaired their damaged walls and repelled Ottoman attacks. The Byzantine Emperor, Constantine V, appealed to the West for aid. But help was slow to arrive. The Italian city-states promised ships, but they were delayed. The defenders of Constantinople were largely on their own. They faced an enemy that vastly outnumbered them. Despite the ferocity of the Ottoman assault, the walls of Constantinople held. The defenders knew every inch of the fortifications. They used their knowledge to maximize their defense. Mehmed II realized that he needed a new plan to break the deadlock. Constantinople was protected by a natural harbor called the Golden Horn. A heavy chain blocked the entrance to the Golden Horn. This chain prevented Ottoman ships from entering the harbor and attacking the city from its more vulnerable northern side. Mehmed II devised a daring plan. He ordered his engineers to construct a road made of greased logs. Over several nights they secretly dragged 70 Ottoman ships overland. The ships were moved from the Bosporus across Galata and into the Golden Horn. This audacious maneuver caught the defenders completely by surprise. The appearance of Ottoman ships in the Golden Horn was a major blow to the defenders. It meant that they had to spread their forces even thinner. Constantinople was now vulnerable to attack from both land and sea. The siege had taken a decisive turn in favor of the Ottomans. With the Golden Horn breached, Mehmed II launched wave after wave of attacks against the city walls. The Ottomans used ladders, siege towers, and even tunnels to try and break through, but the defenders fought back with incredible tenacity. They repelled every assault. The Ottomans also employed psychological warfare. They paraded captured Byzantine soldiers in front of the city walls, hoping to demoralize the defenders. Huge banners, embroidered with Islamic calligraphy, fluttered in the wind, proclaiming the might of the Ottoman Empire. The defenders were exhausted. They were outnumbered and running low on supplies, but they continued to fight for their city, their faith, and their very survival. They knew that the fate of Christendom might hang in the balance. Section 6, the final hour, Constantinople falls to the Ottomans. On May 29, 1453, the Ottomans launched their final assault. After weeks of bombardment, a section of the walls finally crumbled. Ottoman soldiers poured through the breach. They engaged in fierce hand-to-hand combat with the exhausted defenders. Constantine XI, the last Byzantine emperor, refused to flee. He rallied his remaining men and fought bravely until the very end. He died defending his city. Legend has it that he was trampled beneath the feet of the advancing Ottoman army. With the emperor dead and a crucial section of the walls breached, panic spread throughout the city. Ottoman soldiers surged through the streets. They overwhelmed the remaining defenders. After centuries of withstanding countless sieges, Constantinople had fallen. Section 7, a new era dawns. Constantinople transformed. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves throughout Europe. It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. This empire had stood for over 1,000 years. The city was looted and many of its citizens were killed or enslaved. Mehmed II entered the city in triumph. He declared Constantinople the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. He ordered the magnificent Hagia Sophia, once a symbol of Christendom, to be converted into a mosque. This act symbolized the shift in power from east to west. The Ottomans began to rebuild and reshape Constantinople. They constructed mosques, bathhouses, and markets. They repaired the city's damaged infrastructure. Constantinople, now known as Istanbul, would become a vibrant center of Ottoman power and Islamic culture. Section 8. The world turned upside down. Global impacts of the fall. The fall of Constantinople had profound consequences that reached far beyond the city's walls. The Ottoman conquest disrupted trade routes between Europe and Asia. European merchants were forced to seek new sea routes to the east. This, in turn, fueled the age of exploration. The fall of Constantinople also led to a mass exodus of Byzantine scholars and artists. They fled westward to Italy and other parts of Europe. These refugees carried with them ancient Greek and Roman texts. These texts helped spark the Renaissance. This was a period of great intellectual and artistic flourishing. The Ottoman Empire, with Constantinople as its capital, became a major power in the Mediterranean. It would continue to expand its territory and influence for centuries to come. The fall of Constantinople shifted the balance of power in the region. Section 9, Echoes of the Past. The enduring legacy of 1453. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 was a pivotal event in world history. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. The conquest had a profound impact on the course of European and Middle Eastern history. Today, Istanbul stands as a testament to this historical turning point. The city's rich tapestry of Byzantine and Ottoman architecture serves as a reminder of its complex past. The legacy of 1453 continues to shape the geopolitical landscape of the region and the world. The fall of Constantinople is a story of ambition, courage, and the clash of civilizations. It is a reminder that even the mightiest empires can crumble and that history is full of unexpected turns.